It's week 1 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these NFC East foes. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles on Monday night.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. With Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. What a great opening week to the NFL season it has been so far. Brock, tonight's contest officially closing out week 1. You know these teams are happy to have the big spotlight to begin their seasons.
Yeah, a bit of added energy and juice in the building. Added challenge at the same time, too, Kate. They are amped up. Okay, they watched everybody else get a chance to play.
It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hurts now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Running back sent in motion. Hurts throwing again. Escape. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hurts looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now. Goddard makes the catch. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing here, Hurts. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They're going to run with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal, it's an option to the left. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Eagles finish off an excellent opening series. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
1st down, here's Dak. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
John Parker Romo out to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. To return, here's Paris Campbell. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun. That pass complete to Goddard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hurts setting up to throw. This one finds Taylor. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. First down, a run with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First down, and they go right back to him. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Malik Hooker with the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Hey, forget about it. Forget first down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Hurts to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Jukes out a 1-stop. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
This finds Cooks complete. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Dallas.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Number 85. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cowboys.
So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to the link right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Short side option here, he's running left. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Devin White hauls him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30.
Dak now from the gun. He's on the move. He's keeping it again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Dak throwing again. This throw is caught. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker Romo. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Roddy's good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Gamble now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they're really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
They go to Barkley again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Second and 10.
Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throwing for Hurts. On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. Third and long upcoming. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Now whistles, and we're going to get a timeout before the kick. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Throwing on first is Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Prescott here from the gun. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. From the gun is Prescott. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Looking to return from the 29. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for second down. Hurts looking to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here's Dak. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They've got 1st down from the 31.
First down, Cowboys.
Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back-to-back carries here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Back deep for the Eagles is Isaiah Rodgers. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 11-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. First and 10, Prescott. Dumped off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Cowboys at a deficit. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Stays in the pocket, and he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This finds Smith. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Hurts throwing again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up. Running back sent in motion. From the pistol, Hurts. He's got a man left. And this one does not go far. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. To the air, 3rd and long. Still on his feet. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. This finds Cooks, complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Dak now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Broken up by a big guy at the line. And that brings up 4th and short.
You know, most pass rushers really don't get enough credit for how well they read those quarterbacks. As he was fighting his blocker, kept his eyes on the ball, and he timed it perfectly to get a hand up in the throwing lane and force the incompletion.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Hurts now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This one from 42 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. We've hit halftime in our first Monday night contest of the season. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. The Jags get off to a hot start as they get the road victory in their opener. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. DeAndre Swift, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. First down, here's Dak. And a man is there to knock that away.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Catch made by Cooks. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing on first is Prescott. And that one's incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play, so it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Prescott set to pass. He has the first over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be first down, Dallas. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Going right back to Dillon. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Here's Dak. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again is Dak. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. So now here's 3rd and 5. Prescott here from the gun. Has it down close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Dak throwing again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Dak to the air here. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
The kick by Roddy's good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down throwing for Hurts. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down. A run here with Will Shipley. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, but he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And they're going to take over possession. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the pistol, Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Cowboys about set to take over. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10, Prescott. Ferguson there to bring it in. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throw on 3rd down. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, a give to Shipley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to throw, Hurts. On target to his man Taylor. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Malik Hooker with the tackle. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Again, it's Shipley. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Hurts now from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Another one for Shipley. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott to kick
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Dak now from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. And he gains ground to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Into the hands of Campbell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3rd and just 2 to go.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, Shipley gets it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
At the 48-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. On 1st down, Hurts. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
3rd and 4.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's caught for the 1st. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On the give, here's Shipley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now they send their back in motion right. From the 33 on 2nd down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That's one he knows he should have had. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st down, here's Dak. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back to throw, here's Dak. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stays upright. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down. We'll see what the business is with this penalty flag. This could be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Desperation time here on 4th. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the 1st on 4th down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. That one's incomplete over the middle. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Prescott here from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their 1st sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Handoff now to Shipley. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
Now Hurts. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 1-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of a yard. And an Eagles first down.
Shipley now up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The Cowboys and wide receiver Brandon Cook set to take over now. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun is Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A gain of 4.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Working quickly here.
13 yards.
1st and 10, Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Number 3, Brandon Cooks.
Another throw for Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
It's a gain of 20.
Dak throwing again.
Cowboy first down.
Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First throw for the backup now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Gain of 15. First down, Cowboys.
Throwing now on 1st down. Connecting on the slant.
The first down.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Complete to number 20.
Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Oh, he got free. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Another try following the sack. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Kirby Joseph on the covering.
Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. They'll throw for the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control.
So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play's going to remain a touchdown. Romo adds the point after. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 10.
30. Cowboys 20.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Eagles are able to recover. And that should just about do it for us here. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The home teams and running back Will Shipley getting back to work. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They take a knee and their season has begun exactly how they wanted it to, with a win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.